This is a display to demonstrate the different sizes of cords that I use. This was actually given to me by a textile designer that I know who wanted to get rid of some of her materials, so she passed this on to me, thankfully. And I think this is, it looks like 6 or 8 mil cord, and I made a plant hanger out of it, which is very simple. It's basically an upscaled version of a very ordinary plant hanger that I've made many times before. The benefit of this is that, you know, one could make a much bigger hanger and take a much bigger pot, so this could be upscaled dramatically and probably hung outside quite happily. I don't know how long it'd last. All of these cords are cotton. I'm assuming this is as well. The thing is that cotton will deteriorate in rain and wind and frost, so they're really meant to be indoor, well, at least in England, indoor plant hangers. This is a 4 mil cord, and I've put this vase in to demonstrate all this. It's an orchid in a container, glass container, to show that one doesn't always have to have a traditional plant pot, that one can put other things in. This is a very nice plant pot that I bought recently, and I love the fact that it shows off the very pretty pot. This one is a 3 mil cord and is a bit coarser, and I've added beads to this one, so one can add beads too as embellishments. This one I've put a plate in to show that you can use different shapes, and it has these very pretty ceramic beads. This is actually a pot I made many years ago when I was doing ceramics, A-level, and again I've used these little ceramic beads, and this is really to show just how colour can really change the look of the cord. These 4 actually, are all 2 mil cord, and these 2 have a double drop. You could use small plant pots, but you could also use air plants in these, which would look really nice in them. These are actually drinking glasses, but there's no reason why you can't be playful and use other things. This again is another 2 mil cord, and I've used large beads, so it's really just to show you that there is some flexibility in terms of how things can look. So, you know, this can look quite fragile, but the beads can make it look sturdier, and it changes the focus as well. And wood and ceramic as well look very different. You know, there's quite a shine off this, and you can get matte beads, you can score into them. You could have beads that have pyrography designs. You could use Fimo. I imagine Fimo wouldn't be quite so strong if there's strain on it though, because it might break under the pressure. So there are options in terms of what one can use, and it does make it quite nice in terms of interior design and decor, just to be able to have an option, because you can put lots of things on a plate that you wouldn't be able to highlight in a plant pot, for example, or you can put lots of things in a glass. Even if it's not a plant, you could put beads in it, or marbles, or use it for storage. You could put a basket in and then have the basket in the plant hanger, which can be quite utilitarian. So if one doesn't have enough space, one could use a hanger to put baskets in and have it in a larder, for example, or a storage cupboard. Or my husband actually wants a basket for musicians' cables, and I did suggest that he could also use a plant hanger with a basket, which would actually probably be sturdier and would not damage the cord so much, because the cords wouldn't be directly up against the cables. So there's room for fun and flexibility in designing and commissioning, which I really like.